All right, so back on trail after 3 days off in back on my apartment in Littleton. Next section here on the CDT will be a lot different, that's for sure. But I'm just gonna try to enjoy the last part of my summer of hiking here. So. All right, so did not get over Georgia Pass this evening. There was just a flash and a really, really loud thunder crack. So still in the trees, figured it was going to be the last time I was going to be in the trees until going up above the trees. So I decided to pitch a tent and just kind of wait it out and get a really early start tomorrow, maybe like 3 a.m.-ish, and do some night hiking tomorrow. So there's some alternates leaning towards kind of staying on the divide tomorrow. There's one alternate that goes like a long way around Morgan Peak. So, man, I don't know if I want to do that. But the route on Gut Hook goes over, and there's some markers on it that say dangerous traverse. So I don't have microspikes or nice axe or any kind of traction with me. So I don't know. I should be able to get a look at it and see how it looks. I'm going to try to stay on the divide and then over to Argentine Spine, and we'll see what happens from there. You can probably hear the rain, but really glad I'm all snuggled up in my tent right now, nice and warm and dry, and not up on the divide, soaking wet. so pretty good, happy with my decision to make camp here, and hopefully y'all get started under the stars tomorrow morning. But yeah, really coming down out there. Probably the hardest it's rained really the whole time been on the CT here. So, but it is kind of pretty to listen to the rain come down in the tent. And then love this Cuban fiber. You can see how it just kind of beads up like it kind of does on a... Oh, there's lightning. Let's see if we get thunder. Wasn't as loud as the one from earlier, but yeah, it's been thundering for almost probably at least an hour and a half now. So yeah, it would have been really sketchy up on the divide. So, but not really a trail. Looks like there's a Jeep road we're gonna join. And, all right, family of goats up here. All right, so good view of pretty much the rest of my day here. So that is Santa Fe Peak, I believe. Like just top out on it, you see the road kind of skirts around it, and then this whole ridge here is the Argentine Spine. I just passed the turnoff to take the Argentine Spine alternate, and I've decided to go for the standard route or normal route, which is not without its own issues. So it is kind of starting to cloud up. I wanted to take the Spine. It's I think 2 miles shorter, but it might take longer just being up on a ridge and maybe having to deal with talus and things like that. So not really sure what's going to be longer, but I did opt for the Gut Hook route, this kind of standard CDT route back down to kind of the Argentine Pass trailhead. And what that does is it gives me more options. So I can take one of the 14ers.com routes up to Grays if I want to. I got to climb up to the Southwest Ridge for Grays, but some pretty cool mining relics here. Then I'm gonna head up to that ridge there, and then over to Grays. Helicopter flying below me. Wonder if they're doing a search and rescue or what, but that was crazy. We just went right between Grays and Torreys. This is pretty cool. I can see pretty much the whole ridge that I did today, and you can kind of see Grays and Torreys getting closer and closer. All right, I'm on the summit of Grays. There's no chance I'm going over to Torreys right now. Came up the Southwest Ridge route. A little disappointed not to get Edwards too, but I think it was the right decision. It's 6:30 already. I don't know how much longer. It definitely would have taken me longer to come up the CDT way. And I'm hoping I can get down to the trailhead before dark and set up a camp. So weather held out, probably would have been fine for the ridge. You know, it's what it is at this point, and just head down this cruise down the standard route and make camp. I am pretty darn tired, so looking forward to just downhill on an easy trail. So, all right. Walking along, there's a bike path here, parallel to I-70 for I think like 3 miles. Nice change to the road. Coming down from the Grays and Torreys trailhead was just, I just ate dust the whole way. Sunday morning, there's tons of cars, but you enjoy some easy miles and then back up. Then we're gonna climb up over 13,000 feet again. So it's not even a 14er parking lot, and it is packed. So we'll see how many people there are going up where I'm going, up to the divide. All right, summit of I believe Hassel Peak, 13.2, something like that. And I got another like 4 or so up on the divide. It's like 10 a.m. right now, and storm's supposed to move in around 12 or 1 o'clock, so I gotta get moving here soon. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste any time. All right, it is right on noon o'clock, as they say. And here you have a great view of what I just did, kind of that peak, kind of in the center, that tallest point. That is Hassel Peak, and you can, I can see a trail kind of skirting around the summit, and then following the divide. And you can kind of see maybe some people up on the ridge there. And yeah, storms are moving in. But I am going that way down into the trees. So pretty happy about that. Happy to have gotten this traverse done, and then to be going back down into the trees and probably take a nap. Update here. Got down off the divide, and I got about maybe 5-ish to Berthoud Pass, and then like 8 to Flora. And kind of my plan from, I guess, yesterday-ish was to be on Flora for sunrise tomorrow. And there doesn't look like there's a whole lot of great camping or water options going forward. It goes briefly above tree line and then back down, and it is kind of getting late in the afternoon. It's been I've been pretty lucky with the weather so far today. Yeah, I figured there was no point in rushing it, and I was pretty tired from the day yesterday, and then only like a 6-hour sleep, and then getting right into it this morning. So the plan is relax for a while, and then get up and get started early tomorrow in the dark and try to be on Flora for sunrise. So I'll probably have to start hiking around 2:30, something like that, to make that happen. So should be doable, and then do the traverse over to James. So I'm going to try to find out anything else I can find out about that traverse right now. It shouldn't be too bad. I heard class 2+, and it cuts off like 7 miles of the CDT. I don't know how much time it will end up saving. It depends, I guess, how quick I can move. But if I can be up there for sunrise or just about then, that would be ideal. So gonna just kind of enjoy this downtime here. Sleep. I can tell my body needs sleep right now, so so that'll be good. Probably get up and eat dinner kind of around 8, and then sleep again and get going around 2. All right, coming up to Flora from Berthoud Pass this morning at sunrise, and I can clearly see Longs, kind of that flat top summit there in the distance. So that's exciting. And then, yeah, not sure which one of these is Flora or if I can even see it from here. But yeah, pretty well-defined trail here. Gets a lot of use coming up from Berthoud Pass, so that's been nice. The trail's been great since I guess really crossing I-70 yesterday. Whew. All right, so it's about 7 a.m. Made it up to the summit of Mount Flora. But it is extremely windy up here. I was just getting battered coming up, so I think I'm gonna skip the traverse, take the long, low way down, and just kind of try to enjoy it. The traverse is in this wind to be miserable. The weather, I mean, it's nothing but blue sky. I mean, there's some clouds, but otherwise the weather is good. But man, it's just gonna be miserable up there in the wind. So so I'll take the low way down, and I'll get back up to James on the other side. And I should definitely be able to get a 30 today. I mean, I already have like 8 miles, and it's not even 7 o'clock. So yeah, just as long as I can kind of set myself up for like 25-ish tomorrow into Grand Lake, that would be ideal. So the trail's been a little bit faint, but clearly you can tell that they've been here doing some great trail work. So really the whole way down from Flora, there's been kind of a lot of these kind of like rock bridges on the switchbacks and stuff. So we're gonna be back in the tree soon. It is still just crazy windy, and we're pretty far down in this basin now, and the wind has been pretty relentless. I'm up to James Peak right now. Still windy, but what a view that is. I guess that's James Peak over there. All right, on the summit of the very windy James Peak. It's almost 1 o'clock, which means it took me about 6 hours, almost 6 hours, to go the normal trail route from Flora to James. I'm sure the ridge would have been quicker, but the wind is pretty awful today, so glad to have avoided it, at least somewhat. The next part goes down, like I'm kind of looking at it, follows the divide, but I'm probably going to dip down and take the road if the wind continues to be just relentless as it has been. Fortunately though, no real sign of thunderstorms, so that's good. Kind of cloudy behind me, but it's 1 o'clock and nothing really dark yet, so that can change quickly in Colorado, but looks good so far. So yes, I mean, it is, I have like 19 miles in, it's only 1 o'clock. So there is a large herd of elk. I can hear them bugling in this meadow here. So pretty cool. All right, so a quick update here. I believe today is day 30. Almost 8 miles in. The plan was to get an early start today and make it to the post office before they close at 4, but I kind of overslept a bit, and I was just absolutely worked from yesterday and had a tough time getting out and packing up camp this morning, so I didn't end up starting till like 7, so I'm not gonna be able to get my bear canister till 8 a.m. tomorrow. So it's gonna be another late start tomorrow, but should work out okay. I'm not sure how many miles I have to do tomorrow. I think it's gonna be like 30, but maybe it'll be less, we'll see. And then yeah, the plan for today is to get into Grand Lake. I should be able to be there by maybe 6 or 7. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is I'm having a really, and it's been this way the last few days, I've just been having such a hard time getting food in. Like, I've had one Snickers bar today, like right when I started, and made me like a little bit nauseous. And then the thought of eating another bar is making me a little bit nauseous. And then I have food that I can't, like, I just don't want to eat, like these awful oatmeal, like I got these like steel cut oats. I got like the more expensive oatmeal because I thought it'd be better, because the Quaker ones I was getting pretty sick of, but man, I wish I had the Quaker ones. Anyway, so I have like all this food in my pack, and I'm gonna be in town in a few hours, so it's like usually I have to play like mental games. It's like, oh, in 3 miles or once I get to here, then I can eat a bar. But man, it's just been like really, I just can't get food in right now. So I think I'll be able to eat town food though. Yeah, and this section here has a good amount of blowdowns. We got one coming up right here. So right before the last trailhead, it wasn't bad with blowdowns. You could tell someone had been through recently to cut them, but this section, I don't think anyone's been through here yet this year. So, oh well, it's not too bad. Nothing will be worse than the bullet trail I went through in the Lacarita Wilderness. So, beautiful little lake here. Throngs of day hikers though, ever since I dropped down. All right, so quick update here. I did call the trail angel Karen, and I will be staying there tonight, but I do have to walk another like 12 miles to get into Grand Lake. My feet hurt, I'm tired. I wish I could just transport and be there, drinking a nice cold beer with my feet up, but not the case. So gonna have to leave this spot here in the shade and hike along the lake. The trail's kind of narrow and a little rocky, and I mean, it's not too bad. But like I said, I'm just tired and still having trouble eating food. I ate like one of those like Bobo's bars. It's like one of the few things I can stomach. And then just gonna try to go on bars the rest of the way into Grand Lake. So yeah. And then she said she's making salmon. Don't normally eat fish, but hey, you know, if she's making it, I'll eat it. It's also pretty darn hot. There's not a lot of tree cover going along the, I guess, east side of Lake Granby. So, not a big deal, but yeah, just tired, just lethargic today. Really the last few days have just been feeling tired. I don't think I'm getting enough calories in. It's just been so hard to eat for some reason. But yeah, just taking a break, trying to relax and use up the rest of my power brick here to charge up my watch for the next push. So great view of Lake Granby. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so since the beginning of the hike, the goal is to get to Rocky Mountain National Park, and we've made it. Well, end goal is not here, but we've made it to Rocky Mountain National Park, so that is pretty exciting. All right, so check in here for day 31. I have the bear canister on my pack. I had a great night staying with trail angel Karen. She made me a wonderful salmon dinner. I don't normally eat fish, but she had one of those like Kroger grills. It was really good, like perfectly tender. Some salad, some like sweet potato medallions that were really good too. So yeah, that felt good to eat and actually want to eat food last night. So that was really good. This morning she drove me up to the visitor center. I thought it would be like directly on the trail. It's not, it's on the road, which makes a little bit more sense because most people drive into the park, don't hike in. So it would have been like pretty out of the way for me to hike up there. So Carrie gave me a ride there this morning, and I was actually able to change my campsite to Boulder Brook, which is much more direct than the one I had to reserve before. So that was really good. And there are storms forecasted for today, and the trail goes up to like 12,000 feet and then back down again. Yeah, I will not be up there till like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully the weather works out for me. But right now it's still kind of cool in the morning and really nice. Yesterday the sun was just relentless and just really beat down. Trail I heard is pretty easy right now. It's like ridiculously easy, just a double track road with no rocks or anything on it. So that's really nice. So hopefully the miles will be pretty cruisy today. And I don't really know, I'm hoping it's like low 20s, somewhere in that range, to get where I need to get tonight. And then the plan is to get a very early start tomorrow, maybe like 3 a.m., something like that. I'll see how many miles it is. I have the Nat Geo map for Rocky Mountain, so I'll look at that later and try to figure out how many miles I have to do tomorrow to get up to the keyhole. Get to the keyhole at first light tomorrow and try to be one of the first people up longs tomorrow, because it can get busy. So it'll be a Thursday, but still be very busy, I'm sure. And there is some rockfall hazard, and it's just the fewer people up there, the better. So that's the plan, and then I can hitch hitch back home after that and relax for a little bit. Lots of water here. Very powerful water. All right, so here is the end of the road for me for the CDT. I believe it goes, it's like 2 trails. But I believe CDT North is that way. That's where I've come from. And this is where I'm, and yeah, that don't look good. So I gotta move. All right, so this is a really dramatic and unique view of Longs. You can kind of see the boulder field kind of down to the left, and then kind of wrap around and head up to the top. So really cool, never seen it from this side before. All right, you got sunrise coming up to the keyhole right now. Felt pretty nauseous this morning, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. So hopefully I can summit and get down and just relax today. All right, there's the diamond. There's the keyhole, that little notch there. That's where we're headed. It's at the base of the trough here. Great views. That is ready to go. A lot of climbers above me, but hopefully no one will kick rocks down. All right, so summit of Longs Peak here, which is the northern terminus of the Colorado Trail Peaks route. So pretty exciting to finally be up here after 32 days. I think it's 24, 25 of Colorado's 100 highest peaks. It's pretty neat. Then just got to get down and get a hitch back to Denver somehow. So I'm sure that'll be easy. But yeah, feels good to be up here. It's not too windy, and just gonna enjoy it for a few more moments. So yeah, felt pretty nauseous really all morning, but glad I powered through to get up here. So hopefully I can eat a little bit, because I'm feeling like hungry and nauseous, and just it's like, do I eat food and get more nauseous, but I'm getting need the calories, so I'll try to eat something. So damn, feels good to be at the end of another hike.